On a stormy night, under the flashes of lightning and the roar of thunder, a woman named Adana went into labor. It was a night that the villagers would never forget. The rain pounded the earth relentlessly, and the wind howled in a pack of wild wolves. Adana, known for her strength and resilience, was giving birth to identical twins, but the night was not kind to her. After hours of excruciating pain and effort, Ona and Ini were born, but Adana's strength failed her, and she passed away shortly after their birth. The old midwife, Mama Ebele, who helped deliver the babies, was left with a heart-wrenching decision. The village was in turmoil due to the storm, and Adana's death added to the chaos. Mama Ebele took it upon herself to ensure the baby's safety. She decided to raise Ona herself, feeling a deep connection to the firstborn twin. However, she knew she couldn't care for both infants alone. Mr. and Mrs. Chris, a kind couple in the neighboring town who had been yearning for a child for years, seemed like the perfect guardians for Enie. With a heavy heart, she gave Enie to them, hoping they would provide her with a good life. Ona grew up in the village, surrounded by the love and warmth of Mama Ebele and the close-knit community. She had a radiant personality that shone through her actions and words. Ona's kindness, humility, and readiness to help others made her the heart of the village. She found joy in the simple pleasures of life, whether it was tending to the garden, helping with the harvest, or sharing stories by the fire at night. Everyone in the village cherished her, and she was content with her life, finding happiness in her modest surroundings. Enie, on the other hand, was raised in the city by Mr. and Mrs. Chris. She had everything she could wish for: a beautiful home, the best education, and all the luxuries money could buy. Despite being showered with love and material wealth, Enie grew up to be a bitter and jealous person. She was always angry and competitive, never satisfied with what she had. Enie's obsession with her looks became her coping mechanism, and she spent hours in front of the mirror, hoping that her beauty would bring her the happiness she craved. Enie's bitterness extended to her interactions with others. She was envious of anyone who seemed happier or more successful than her. Her relationship was strained because of her constant need to compete or prove herself better. This was most evident in her relationship with Atana, a young, handsome businessman. Enie was infatuated with him, but Atana, seeing her true character, had no interest in her. Enie's attempts to win his heart were in vain, and her jealousy and possessiveness only pushed him further away. She would threaten and chase away any woman who came close to Atana, but her efforts were futile. Meanwhile, tragedy struck in the village. Mama Ebele, Ona's foster mother, passed away, leaving Ona heartbroken. Seeking a better life and a change of scenery, Ona decided to move to the city. With the help of a family friend, she secured a menial job in the same company where Enie worked. The first day they saw each other, both were shocked. by the striking resemblance. Ona had always known she had a twin sister because Mama Ebele told her the story of their birth. But Enie had no idea she had a sibling. When Ona introduced herself, initially, Enie was reluctant, but eventually took her in. Living together, the stark differences between the two sisters became apparent. Despite Enie's education, elegance, and posh lifestyle, many men were drawn to Ona's humble and kind nature. Even Mr. and Mrs. Chris, Enie's foster parents, were charmed by Ona's simplicity and warmth. They eventually adopted her too, adding to Enie's jealousy and bitterness. Ona, however, remained humble and responsible, never letting the newfound attention get to her head. Atana, Enie's longtime crush, soon fell in love with Ona. This development drove Enie to the brink of madness. She became Ona's worst enemy, filled with envy and bitterness. The constant arguments and threats forced Ona to move out. Enie's jealousy knew no bounds, and she began to plot against her own sister. Years passed, and Atana proposed to Ona. She accepted, and in a gesture of reconciliation, she apologized to her sister. Ona hoped that her impending marriage would heal the rift between them. However, Enie's jealousy reached a fatal peak. On the night before the wedding, she sent some young men to abduct Ona. Tragically, Enie killed her sister and disguised herself as Ona, wearing her wedding dress and assuming her identity. On the wedding day, as the priest began the ceremony, Ona's ghost appeared before Enie, causing her to pass out. When she regained consciousness in the hospital, she was determined to continue with the wedding, hoping to fulfill her twisted plan. But Ona's ghost appeared again as they headed to the church. Terrified, Enie jumped out of the car, running and shouting for forgiveness. The truth came out, and Enie's madness was evident to everybody. She ran until she was hit by a car and was taken to a psychiatric hospital. There, she confessed to killing her twin sister out of jealousy. Enie was sentenced to life imprisonment for her crime. Thus ended the tragic tale of Ona and Enie, a story of love, jealousy, and consequences of letting bitterness consume the heart. It was a somber reminder of how envy can destroy even the strongest of bonds, and the importance of kindness and the humility in overcoming life challenges. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button, like and comment.